ramping up here at Next Insurance, yet another Group 11 company that is just defining the market. We're talking about a multi-hundreds of billions of dollars market potential, and a company scaling just uncontrollably fast. Some of the biggest investors in the space. And we had a chance to meet some of the incredible leaders of this company. Group 11, why Next? Talk to me about this. What's your philosophy behind this company?
Yeah, I think it's super interesting. We mentioned earlier a fragmented market. No participant, the largest participant in the market that owns more than 6%, that's AIG, and they own 7%, and they suck. Right. And for them, S&P insurance is not really interesting. It's not an interesting category, not as much as life insurance where they excel, right? So neglected market, even by the existing participants in the market, because most of them are behemoth insurance companies, don't care much about the sector, number one. Number two, the sheer size of the market. It's $140 billion total addressable market, but how many small businesses are there in the Americas, do you know? You know? Statistically, 29.9 million small businesses in the Americas.
Jeez Louise.
Okay, which is by definition less than 500 employees. So imagine that you're a gym instructor, okay? Plumber. You're a yoga teacher, you're a plumber. It's not a one size fits all, and that's, I think, what Next Insurance has figured out. Segmenting the market properly and addressing each one of the categories as a separate type of customer and catering to their needs and creating a product that really fits their particular needs. So that's what excited us about the company. That's why we invested heavily into the company, and it's already a unicorn. We do believe that it's just the beginning, it's just the infancy.
Scratching the surface, I love it. Who are you? What's your name?
Guy Goldstein.
Guy Goldstein. Can we talk about your hair? I'm just kidding.
What do you want to speak about it?
Well, I'm going to give you some advice afterwards. I don't know. Anyway. Okay, yeah, that was a good icebreaker. All right, so Next Insurance. Give me your 10-second. I'm timing it, not really. Give me some like really basic, your elevator pitch. What is Next Insurance? And then we'll talk about the incredible scale of this company. But first, just what is Next Insurance?
We're a company that are selling insurance for small businesses, and basically we're trying to help businesses by providing them a very simple, affordable, and tailored insurance.
But let's talk background a little bit, because you can't really talk about Guy without talking about his background. That's the truth. Start before your professional career, if you can. I don't know if you're allowed to talk about it, but in the military, you allowed to talk about that, what you did?
I was a fighter pilot.
I love how you say that like it's a normal thing. I was a fighter pilot too. I also flew F-16s. What do you mean? You didn't everyone fly F-16s? Okay, then you started your career.
I started my career as Mercury Interactive. I started as a developer. So I've been a developer for several years, and then I kind of promoted in the ranks in Mercury Interactive. Then I moved to the US. I did M&A for Mercury Interactive, and then we were acquired by HP.
Okay. Acquisition number one. Yes.
Then I left HP, started a company called Check, and Check was basically a mobile payment company.
Right.
And what we did, we allow consumers to do payments on the phone. In fact, we were one of the first mobile iPhone applications. We put kind of our stuff on the mobile, and it started to grow and become actually a very successful company. We were one of the top application in the finance category.
It was called Check?
It was called Check, yes.
Yep.
We had 10 million customers on our platform. We had nearly $1 billion of payment that ran on the system. And then we sold the company for Intuit for nearly $400 million.
That's acquisition number two. Okay, and then you said, all right, I'm gonna take a little time off. You took a little time off, family, etc. And then you said, all right, it's time to do it again. But you said, what's a market that's big, but that's ripe, and again, that's an understatement, for disruption? You looked at a couple of different markets, right?
Yes, so the criteria was, one, big market.
Yep.
Two, very outdated experience,
right.
But existing business model, existing customer demand, and three, that we have some connection to it. Like I wouldn't do solving cancer right now. I have no.
Right.
So we look on several spaces. We looked
next round, by the way, maybe next time.
Maybe, yeah. So we looked on insurance. We look on real estate. We did look on healthcare, technology in healthcare, and decided that insurance is one, extremely big market. And two, it's very outdated experience. If you look on insurance, everybody hates insurance,
right.
But insurance is a social good at the end. Like it's something that is really good. It's people helping each other.
If done right.
If done right, yes. 2,000 years ago, maybe 5,000 years ago, I don't know, when your house was burned, your hut was burned.
Yeah.
The entire village came and helped you, right? That's insurance.
It's really interesting.
So we want to make insurance as a good thing. We want to create kind of a brand that people like and
I love that.
Appreciate.
So what exactly is this thing called Next Insurance? Okay, so small businesses and insurance, I get it, but how does it work? What's the product? Walk me through this a little bit.
Actually, let me start with the problem first.
Yes.
So there are two things that are problematic in this market. One, for small business insurance, the product is extremely complex. Like as a consumer, you really understand what's your insurance. Car insurance, you understand. Home insurance, you understand. But as a business, there's all kinds of words like professional liability, inland marine, worker compensation, all kinds of things that the business have no clue what does it mean. So it's a very, very, very complex product, which is difficult to buy and understand. So this is problem one that exists in the market. And problem number two, the experience is very outdated. Like if you want to buy insurance today, you need to speak with an agent, and the agent needs to speak with the insurance carrier, and the carrier, there's a person in the insurance company that's actually decide whether to give you or not and help you with the pricing, and then he speaks back with the agent, and then he go back to you. Then you have a question, you go back and back.
It's painful to even hear.
And then you have multiple products. You need product for your employees and your car insurance and for your property and liability. So you speak with this insurance company, and that insurance company, that insurance company, and it's not clear exactly what do you get and what you don't get. So very complex product in a very, very outdated experience. And that's what we are trying to solve. We're trying to simplify the product and give you a very modern user experience to use it.
Okay.
So basically what Next is doing is coming with the consumer with a solution that is very tailored to your needs. So you're a general contractor, here's insurance for general contractor.
Yep.
You're a restaurant, here's insurance for restaurant. Forget all the different buzzwords. We understand what you need, and we know how to do it, and we'll give it to you.
We tailor it for your needs.
Yes, and the second thing, it's all digital and simple. Like you buy it, you come to our website, with 5 minutes, you get the product. You need to show proof, it's digital. You need to do changes, it's digital. It's all simple, easy, and all for you to help you, not against you.
You said it last, but I think maybe the most important thing that you said, which is insurance. The world of insurance, traditionally, historically, was built with an internal conflict. If I'm an insurance company, the last thing I want to do is pay you, right? I have to take money. I'm losing money when I pay you, right? You guys are aligned with the customer. You're not conflicting with the customer.
Correct.
That's the fundamental. Is you built this company. Correct me if I'm wrong. From the ground up, based on the needs of your customer.
Correct, to build the customer. And this is our core value, to give a phenomenal service to our customer and help them.
Incredible.
And help them thrive.
So if someone's watching this and they've heard of Next Insurance and they're not familiar with just the sheer scale of this company.
So we are nearly 250 employees. We have 3 offices. We have one in Palo Alto, one in Austin, and one in Israel, in Kfar Saba.
Wow.
We raised so far $380 million in 3 years, in 3.5 years. And the company is valued more than $1 billion. 2 of my co-founders are in Israel. They are based in Israel. Nissim I know for more than 20 years. Like, as I said, we were a developer.
Right, together, back then?
Back then, on the same product, cubed one to each other, near to each other. And Alon we met several years after, also in Mercury.
Amazing. Okay, so you've raised $380 million? Mm-hmm. Who are some of your investors?
First 3 investors to put money in the company and in the first round is Oren Zeev, Ribbit Capital, one of the best fintech investor here, and TLV Ventures and Eitan Beck, who is was investor in my previous company.
Big fan.
In the second round, we actually, Group 11 joined actually in the second round of the company, and Munich Re, also our big reinsurance, joined in the second round, and American Express.
Wow.
And then Redpoint led the following round.
Got some strategic names there.
Yeah, I'll just say that one of the things that we're doing very unique, and hardly nobody is doing it, is that we've decided to do everything in insurance. So we do the distribution of the insurance, we do the underwriting, we do the pricing, we do the user experience, we take the risk, we handle the claims.
Wow.
So we're doing soup to nuts. And the reason we're doing everything is because when we outsource any piece of it, it wasn't good enough and didn't meet our expectations. So we had to bring everything in-house in order to deliver phenomenal service to our customers and fix all the things that happened.
I was just saying, any company that could take experiences, let's call it emotion, loyalty, sentiment, all these words, and scale them, experiences, right, is a company that wins. And if you're able to build an end-to-end holistic service in a platform that gives customers what they need with the best possible experience, and you can do that at scale, it's game over. That's what you seem to be doing. And keep doing what you're doing. And listen, I'm watching as a fan from the sidelines. Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay, meeting the brains behind the operation here. Who are you? What's your name?
Very kind. I'm Sofya Pogreb.
Okay.
I'm the Chief Operating Officer here.
Love it.
I've been with the company for 3 years. Actually, February is my 3-year anniversary. I'm looking forward to that.
Amazing.
And I run several of our functions. I am in charge of the actual insurance product. What is it that we're selling to our customers? How do we price it?
Love it.
What are we covering? Our data function, which I think is our secret sauce. Right? How do we make decisions about pricing, about whether to offer you insurance or not? We try to use all of that using data rather than using human judgment. And
It's important.
yeah, because in traditionally the underwriter would make these decisions based on he dresses nice, looks professional, 10% off. She seems young.
That's funny.
20% more.
That's funny.
Right? We are using data, and Guy spoke about us being end-to-end and full stack is the word.
Unbelievable.
And I think that that's how we differentiate from others.
I love it. Okay, so let's talk about you for 1 second, because you have a fascinating background, I think, personally. Give me a little background on who you are and where you came from.
Sure.
By the way, both personally and professionally. If
I was born in Moscow, Russia. My mom brought me over to the US when I was 14.
Wow.
I did high school in Queens, New York. Went to MIT for college, majored in computer science.
Of course you did.
Actually, I originally went to MIT wanting to become a lawyer.
Really?
And then I realized people don't go to MIT to become a lawyer.
That's
Decided to switch to computer science, touched a computer for the first time at MIT.
Wow.
Graduated with computer science and finance, went to McKinsey & Company.
Oh.
Because many smart people went to McKinsey & Company.
Actually, I'm a big fan of McKinsey. That's the truth. I have a lot of friends that work there. It's a fascinating company.
Had a good time there, was there for about 8 years, moved to PayPal, and ended up managing risk for North America and South America for PayPal.
Whoa.
Which was a great school of how do you make decisions based on data.
Okay, so you said you've been here for 3 years?
I have been here for 3 years, yes.
Okay,
I
so-
left PayPal and joined actually an Israeli-founded startup called True Accord. I don't know if you guys have heard of that.
I have not.
They're a debt collection innovation company.
Wow.
So I'm really a fan of fintech spaces, which everybody else would consider, or most would consider boring, unsexy. Right?
I hear you. It's all about the unsexy, by the way, in tech. It's all about making unsexy sexy. That's what it's all about. All right, so let's talk about this for 1 second, because that's a good, I guess, a good transition. It's a good segue into this. When we talk about insurance for small businesses, like how big is this market? What do I know about this stuff? How big? What is the potential here?
Turns out the market is huge. $140 billion of insurance gets bought and sold by small businesses every year in the US.
That's a lot of gumballs right
So
there.
you build a company that can take 10% of that market, you have a very sizable company.
Right.
And our ambitions are much larger than that.
Walk me through the flow here. If I'm a small business and I onboard to Next, what does that look like? And what's the experience like, really?
Yeah. So typically a small business owner would land on our webpage from searching in Google, an ad in Facebook, a YouTube video, a referral from a friend.
Right.
These are happening
Maybe a
more
video.
and more. Yeah. Tell everyone. They would fill out a pretty simple application, less than 20 questions, on average takes 5 to 7 minutes. And these are questions you don't need to step away from your phone or your desktop to answer. In fact, more than half of our applications come through a phone. And there's an instant response. Here's your quote. Or, we're sorry we can't serve you, but usually, here's your quote.
I love it.
You enter your card number and you're insured. The policy comes in an email. Should you want to talk to a human, we can do that too. We have agents standing by, phone, email, chat, all that good stuff. But majority of our customers don't have the time to talk to people. They want to get this done. They're in line at a Starbucks, and while in line at a Starbucks, they can get their business insured.
It's
We
amazing.
talked a little bit about the market, and
Yeah.
we said $140 billion.
Yep.
The market turns out to be super fragmented. Nobody owns more than 7% of this market, which
Yet.
is rare.
Yet.
And I think no one's really made these small businesses a priority, frankly.
there you go.
And just talking to them, just saying we are here and we have a product made for a plumber, people go, whoa, that's amazing. You've got me right there.
You know what? There's a really deep psychological element to this. There really is. I think that what you're describing right now is, in my opinion, the foundation of all of these networks that are so successful, like Facebook and all the social platforms, which is people like to be heard. People like to have a voice.
Product was made for me.
Right, exactly. That's what I mean. Like, a plumber's like, wow, you guys actually built this thing for me.
Yeah.
It's really actually meaningful. If someone's watching this and they're a top tier engineer, why Next? Why should they work here?
Yeah. I think there's 3 things, because
Okay.
there's always 3 things. The first for me is the mission, right? It's a feel-good mission. Guy talked a little bit about going back to the roots and insurance being a social good. We want to get back to that. Let's get back from a place where people cringe when you say insurance.
I love it.
Right? To really using it as a tool to help small businesses be successful.
By the way, can I just interrupt you for 1 second?
Yes,
Just saying if this operations thing doesn't work out for you, you should go into marketing. You're really good.
The second thing is the learning and growth opportunity. I think we create unparalleled opportunities here for people. We have people that came to us 2 years out of school, today running a function, managing a team, and have grown beyond any of our expectations. We're continuously stretching people. We're super transparent about how the company runs. Every employee has access to the notes from the board meetings, for example.
Love that.
I have not seen that anywhere else.
I have not either.
So it's truly a front row seat to how a company is developing, the good and the bad. Lastly, it's a really good place to work. We come to work and it's a pleasure to be with these people, and I learn from everybody that works with me every day that I'm here. And for me, just not needing to, make myself come to work, but coming here after 20 years of working experience, it's hard to replicate.
I think that I said it before, but I'll say it again. I think that I really do think that the light blue of your, it illustrates the culture here. It's this friendly, happy color, and that's the brand of Next. And I got to be honest. I knew of the business aspect of Next and how successful it is, but coming here and hearing, it gives it a whole different kind of side and persona, and it's amazing. So, like I said before, keep doing what you're doing. It's incredible to watch, and you're pretty awesome yourself. If I do say so myself, I'm just going to point that out. Thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate it. You're amazing. In case it wasn't clear that there's quite brilliant people in this company, we're going to meet yet another one because, listen, I can't get enough of this company. Who are you? What's your name?
I'm Melanie Chase. I'm the Chief Marketing Officer here at Next.
Okay, so first of all, I'm watching you as I'm doing the video. You're on your game. You're a pro. I can tell right away. All right, so give me your background, because yet again, like everyone else, very interesting background. Where'd you come from professionally?
Well, I actually grew up nearby in Sonoma County, so I'm a California native. I started my career in accounting.
I'm so sorry.
I know, right? No, I was a CPA originally, and then I was at KPMG. I moved over into consulting, and I found that my favorite part of my job was those moments that I got to understand the customer and the strategy to design better for them and communicate better with them. So I went back to business school, went to Wharton for business school, focused in on marketing.
Okay, makes sense.
Spent some time in CPG at Clorox, launching new products there, and then I spent the last 6 years at Fitbit, growing that brand, really from the ground up.
Why Next? Why insurance? Why Fitbit's at the top. Why?
So in my mind, this is just an incredibly fun brand to build. It's amazing to me what this company has done in terms of consumer acquisition with relatively limited resources against brand building. So we're really just getting started. But from a marketing perspective, insurance is a really fun place to build brands because you really have to build credibility with customers. They're entrusting you with a lot, and you've got to be top of mind when they decide they need to buy insurance.
As a marketer, your job is to take this quote-unquote negative emotion, negative sentiment, and flip it on its head and make it, again, fun. You use the word fun, but fun is a really, because that's really this brand here. It's fun. Starting from the logo to the culture to the party that's going on downstairs, it seems like a very, very fun place to work. And I love that that's the concept. You want to build a fun brand. I love that. It's incredible.
Well, you see a lot of disruptors doing that in categories that maybe weren't considered fun before. Square made payments fun.
Great example.
Casper made shopping for a mattress fun. Lemonade's doing a great job in renters. This is a market that is desperately in need of a brand to interject that energy and that customer excitement that I think is missing right
100%.
now.
It's an honor to see, I'm serious, you're at the top of your game. Fitbit, building brands, and now Next, it's incredible to see. I'm fanboying. So if there's anything I can do to help, let me know. And again, thank you for your time today. I really appreciate it.
We're excited. Thanks.
Thank you so much.